there, what's up everyone? My name is Masenko. This is my team reveal for VDL. VDL, the Victory Draft League. It's going to be my first season there. There's a lot of really competitive players within my division, which is the V-Create division. There's the V-Create and also the Searing Shot divisions. Apparently, the V-Create one is the more competitive one. Who knows if I deserve to be there, so that remains to be seen. But I have a lot of really good friends in the VDL, so it's really exciting to be playing with them here. I hear nothing but good things about this league. So, yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to say in terms of my plans here. Honestly, I kind of just went in blind to the draft and thought, whatever I was going to be feeling at the time when the draft started, that was what I was going to kind of go with. So the team in front of you is a lot of it isn't actually what I drafted during the draft. I'm a bit of a tradesman myself. I used the grace period to make some touch-ups to this team. And you see what's before you. So one thing you might notice is this is like Trick Room galore team. I was definitely inspired a little bit by like the monotype dark team that's also in our division, and thought while I likely can't make a mono team to my liking for this kind of a division right now, I thought that I would stick to some kind of theme that I could use, rather than try to have a sort of like well-rounded team, kind of just double down on a certain strategy. And the strategy I chose was Trick Room. I always loved Trick Room. This actually looks a lot like my team from UGA Season 1 in a lot of respects. I ran G-Max Snorlax with Rabombi, and actually instead of Dusknoir, I had Dusclops on the team. But yeah, so, I mean, let's talk a little bit about what this team does. So obviously the Trick Room setters for this team are Stakataka, Aromatisse, and Dusknoir. What's great about these Mons is, Stakataka obviously got that 4 times fighting weakness, but Aromatisse and Dusknoir both are, covering for that defensively. Another thing is, Dusknoir can't be faked out. That's something that Trick Room setters have a tough time with. And with Aromatisse by its side, it also can't be taunted because of Aroma Veil. So it's going to be kind of hard to shut down the Trick Room. Not that it's impossible. I mean, there's definitely going to be people who can, Trick Room in prison. I know there's a lot of innovation in UGA Season 2 with like Roar and Circle Throw strats, which can prevent Trick Room as well. Hopefully, I have accounted for that to some degree. I have, obviously, Amoonguss on the team, who provides really great redirection in the form of Rage Powder, so that's even more, ways to kind of help me set up the Trick Room. Another way that I think a lot of people don't really know that this works is Lopunny gets after you. After you Trick Room, according to my knowledge, which, maybe I should double check this a little bit, but I'm like 99% sure you can just after you Trick Room and it'll work that way, which is really nice. It's super duper cool. Another idea here is the Rabombi, right? Rabombi, with its Shield Dust ability, can't be flinched with Fake Out. So what you do is, you can set up some pretty quick speed swap strategies with these slower Mons like Snorlax, Stakataka, Octillery, etc. Even Amoonguss, who can do like some really fast Spore tech. It's really kind of annoying. So there's that. And what else? I mean, we got Turtonator on the team. It's a very interesting Mon. Like, I do appreciate that I have Amoonguss to pair with it. I think in general, like having a Shell Smash user on the team with redirection always is very nice, especially with like Snorlax as well, like Belly Drum with redirection. Get some combo potential. I have Palossand on the team. I kind of just wanted a ground type, and he was a good tier 4 ground type. There weren't very many options, but I mean, I think that overall, it's got some really nice defensive stats and honestly a pretty good special attacking stat with 100 special attack. So really not that bad. Water compaction makes it more defensive against water types. You can. He also gets the recover type ability. I don't remember, shore up I think it's called. So I mean you get a lot of sustain here. Another great thing, like Rabombi and Aromatisse both get screens. Another one who gets screens is Rotom Fan. Rotom Fan is going to be really nice for defensive play as well. I mean, it's just so bulky. Obviously not as good as Rotom Wash, which is what I initially drafted, but like quite a good budget pick overall. Yes, it's weak to rock. Yes, it's weak to ice. It's weak to your usual stuff there. But I do think that like having Will-O-Wisp, with some nice bulk on the team is just great, honestly. So Electroweb, all that kind of stuff. It's all gonna be great for some speed control, etc. So there's that. What else about this team? I'm really excited to use Stack Attacka. I haven't used it before, but I do think it's kind of like up my alley for sure. It does a million damage with body press. I think it's a good format for Stack Attacka, like a max format. Could be good as well, I suppose, but I do think that like not having anything sort of cut down on its damage by being able to max and like do that kind of stuff would be nice. And especially paired with Rabombi, I think that's like a pretty great combo. Honestly, you get those really fast body presses out, and that can be quite devastating, honestly. Yeah, and one thing that I did notice about this team that I'm not super thrilled about per se is Lopunny is my only fake out user here. But regardless of that, I think the goal here is like I have so much bulk on this team that hopefully I'm not trying to mitigate damage. I don't really need to mitigate damage control with like fake out trying to pressure them that way. I can just pressure them by surviving pretty much whatever you throw at me. And I think I have a lot of really good leads in this team, so it's going to be like if you're up against me, it's going to be really hard to know exactly what way I'm going to try to set up the Trick Room, or even if I even will set up the Trick Room, or whether I do like a Shell Smash strategy or a Speed Swap strategy. Like I think you have a lot of uncertainty going up against me in terms of what you might face. So I think that's a benefit for me as well. So yeah, that's those are my thoughts on the team. Let me know what you think of it, and if you like the video, let me know. And have a good rest of your night. Thanks.